right, race fans, 11 late model races this past weekend. Let's get to Ryan's recap, and then we'll get to this week's power rankings. The Grand Rapids Speedway, Zach Wallers. He parked it in Victory Lane, took advantage of his front row starting spot, held off Derek Vessel. Pretty cool to see that Wally built in Victory Lane. What the heck is a Wally built? Well, sounds like it's an old rocket, cut up, kind of did his own thing. You don't see a lot of home-built type stuff in the late model winning races, so it's pretty cool when it happens. Norman County Raceway out in Ada, Mikegresseth. He scored another NLRA Series win and left the weekend as your NLRA Series point leader, the rookie looking good in 17. Devil's Lake Speedway. Mother Nature tried to wreck this race. She tried. She poured right before race time and really made it a tough deal for a lot of drivers. I mean, I was expecting to see some good racing, and it is what it is. Mother Nature kind of had the upper hand, but after some packing got done, after it widened out, Don Shaw, he parked in Victory Lane. The veteran found a way to get that car to rotate on that heavy surface out there in Devil's Lake and took home the annual Golden Hammer event out in North Dakota. Let's head to South Dakota. We'll just mix them all into one. Cole Searing is on fire. He swept the weekend. He won not only Friday night at the Brown County Speedway, but Saturday at Miller. Then he won Sunday over in Watertown. That's 6 of his last 7. Cole Searing has been absolutely a rocket ship. Let's head out to Montana. Let's head out west. Race McCord. He doubled up by winning Friday night at the Gallatin Speedway out in Belgrade, and then again Saturday at the Electric City Speedway in Great Falls. Great weekend there for Race McCord out in Montana. The Structural Buildings Wasota Late Model Challenge Series, they went to the I-94 Sure Step Speedway, and probably, as far as the series goes, the race of the year so far, right? And Jeffrey Massengill, the early leader, he looked really good in the 6M. He needed a podium finish. He got it with a 3rd. Pat Dorr storms to the front from 9th, and it looked like, oh, man, the Double One Express is on a rail, but he got one-upped by the guy that started next to him, the Iceman, Jimmy Mars from 10th. He found something late. He snuck by both of them to win. Back-to-back wins for the Iceman as he won the 10,000 over at Cedar Lake a week ago. Great racing surface. Hats off to the track folks over in Fergus Falls. Hibbing Raceway, defending track champ Derek Vessel. He got his first of the year in Hibbing. I'm surprised it took him this long, but Vessel's been solid all year, but has got his first win Saturday night in Hibbing. Now let's head to eastern Wisconsin, out to Plymouth. So they had the Scheffler Tribute Race out at the Plymouth Racetrack. Ron Berna scoring another big win. Great payday for him. Of course, he has a Dirt King Series win as well. Now, a side note on this one, Brad Mueller was leading the race, contact with a lap car. You'll have to watch the video. You decide kind of what you think there. It's actually on Dirt Race Central. You can find it there. But he got together with a guy, and he had a vicious rollover. That thing got air and lost the lead, of course, wrecked the race car. Glad to see he's okay, but right place, right time for Ron Berna as he parked it in Victory Lane. So this week for the late models, Friday and Saturday, they have the Discount Shop House Dirt King Series Friday at the Outagamie Speedway in Seymour. Saturday, they're going to be at the Big Half Mile in Shawano. I know the Outagamie race, for race fans that aren't over there, you can watch that on fye.tv. And the Saturday race, I don't think that's live, but Mike's video does a great job. He'll videotape that. You can watch it delayed later. So let's get to it. The June 30th edition of the BuyRaceShirts.com One to Go Show Late Model Power Rankings. At number 10, Shane Edgington. He's lacking podiums. He really is. He's lacking podiums, but he has 16 top 5s in 22 starts. So he's been good. He's been solid. Currently second by just a little bit in the NLRA points. Gresseth leading that deal. He's got to be due for a big week. I mean, he had a perfect season last year. He's been solid. Look for Edgington to get a few wins here real soon. Number 9, Pat Dorr. A bit up and down. He really is. I mean, it's, all of a sudden he starts tearing off some good runs, and then he gets 7th and 10th. Maybe that's just late model racing. It is what it is. There's not too many people extremely dominant, but he had a good weekend. He had 3rd in the NLRA race over in Ada, and then 9th to 2nd at Fergus in the Challenge Series race. So a really good weekend for the Double One Express. We're going to put Pat Dorr at number 9. Don't sleep on him. Number 8, Jeffrey Massengill. He needed a good show. I said that last week. He got it. A podium finish with a really good field of cars out in Fergus Falls. That's going to keep him in the top 10 at number 8. I expect to see him Thursday night at the Grand Rapids Speedway. Don't know where he's going from there, but the 6M is due to crack off a couple wins here pretty soon. Number 7, Don Shaw. 4 wins in 6 races, right? He won the Golden Hammer this week at Devil's Lake. I'd like to see this guy race more. I mean, he's running the I-94 Sure Step Speedway, so there is that. He's not racing at his own track. Probably smart because he's like me, maybe a little vocal and a hothead. He'll tell you how it is, which if you're racing might not be a good deal. So business decision, he's kind of staying away from that a little bit. But when he unloads, he's a threat. I mean, he really is. He's got several wins. He's got 4 wins up here. He's got a handful of wins down south over the winter. Don Shaw solid in the top 10 at 7. Number 6, Mikegresseth. He won the NLRA race this weekend in Ada. I believe that's 3 series races, 4 wins on the year for him. He's leading the NLRA points. The rookie, solid at number 6. Number 5, James Nitro Giassi. The numbers say no. The numbers say he's not in the top 5. Okay, the numbers. We're not going to talk numbers. The eye test says absolutely top 5. The speed is there. The guy's an absolute rocket ship. If he can just minimize, he had a couple mistakes that perhaps cost him some wins earlier this year. If not for that, his numbers would definitely say yes. I expect to see him at the Red Cedar Speedway on Friday, but Giassi's that guy that I see him winning at least 5 more features this year in Wisconsin. I mean, he's really quick. Number 4, Nick Anvilink. Yeah, I know. It's hard. It's hard. I bounced him out of the top 3. It's hard. I mean, he didn't do anything wrong. He had a hell of a weekend. He ran 1 show. He got second over at the Scheffler Tribute race, so he was good. He's the Discount Shop Towels Dirt Kings point leader. He's got a big weekend coming up. He did have that 3rd place finish in the finale at Cedar Lake. So, I mean, he's been solid. The next guys are just a little bit better, right? But he's got a big weekend. He's got 2 Dirt Kings races this weekend, 1 at Outagamie, 1 at his stomping grounds in Shawano. We'll see how that goes for the 15. Number 3, Chad Becker. 7 wins, including a $10,000 payday at Huron. Ran really good with the Challenge Series in South Dakota. Not so good with the Challenge Series out of South Dakota, so that's kind of tapering him back a little bit. His numbers are solid. He's right there, but the next 2 guys are just a little bit better. Becker at 3. Number 2, Cole Searing. 6 of his last 7. First guy to get double-digit wins. He's at 10 on the year. He ran very well in all the Challenge Series races that he ran. Cole Searing is a guy to keep an eye on. Now, side note, both of these 2, Chad Becker, Cole Searing, were literally a week out from the Rumble out in Aberdeen. They have a Challenge Series show the night before. Then they have the Dakota Rumble. That's $10,000 to win. These 2 here got to be the heavy favorites. If you remember last year, Becker won that. Could he win a pair of $10,000 races? But if you remember, Searing had a chance to win that and rolled the nose under it only his 2nd or 3rd race in the late model. These 2 are going to be really fun to watch at that race. Number 1, the Iceman, Jimmy Mars. 10th to 1st in the Challenge Series race at Fergus was impressive. Fresh off a $10,000 payday at the Cedar Lake Speedway at the finale of the Masters, along with a couple podiums there. I mean, let's just be honest. I mean, if this guy raced a full schedule, I think people around here would be in big trouble, right? Jimmy Mars solid at number 1 in the June 30th edition of the BuyRaceShirts.com 1 to Go show late model power ranking.